I have a lot of love for this phase of my life because it helped me so much to become the person that I am today. But I was in a very destructive relationship back then, a very toxic relationship for the majority of the time. Like when I went raw vegan until a year ago, now actually. And so I believe coming out of that relationship that it was mostly emotional for sure, because the the relationship was toxic and it was destructive, and I shouldn't have been there. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying, like everything happens for a reason. So I'm here today, and I'm super thankful for all the lessons that it brought to me. But I believe that I was struggling with this overeating thing because I was trying to numb myself from all the pain that I was going through in that relationship, you know. It wasn't every day, of course. Some days I was just like eating too little in the morning and during like midday, and then I would end up binging, you know, in the evening because I didn't get enough calories in during like the day, you know. I was practicing intermittent fasting, dry fasting, and I became kind of dogmatic around that too. You know, I thought it was something I had to do every single day in order to reap the benefits. But for me now, that's not the truth, you know. Everything in balance. Balance is super important for me. So, yeah, that was a big part of it as well. Like, being stuck in this mindset that I thought I had to clean myself all the time, you know. And I thought that intermittent fasting would help me to clean or to do that, you know, faster. But it's not about doing this lifestyle fast. Like, we should take it slow, you know, practice and listen to our bodies. Take it slow.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you did have some experience with fasting, not just juice fasting. Of course, we'll get into that. But some water fasting and some dry fasting.
Yeah.
Did you feel like you were ready for that at that point?
No, I wasn't. 100% I wasn't ready. I was doing that out of an idea that I had to clean myself, that I had to become something other than what I was in the very moment back then. And I'm this person. Back then, when I was younger, I was super easily affected by other people's opinion, you know, because I wasn't really sure who I was or what felt good for me to stand in myself, you know. So, yeah, I believe that, yeah, I wasn't ready for it at all. Emotionally, mentally, physically. Because I feel like if you're coming from like a standard diet that I was on back then, jumping that fast into raw veganism, fruitarianism, whatever, if I would jump into like a water fast, it would be too hard for my body, you know, because the detox is too harsh going that, you know, in that speed.
Right.
Yeah. And the same with like dry fasting. For me today, it's sometimes, of course, like you can push your body to the extreme because it can be healthy for you, but not like too often or too long. Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, balance.
Balance, for sure.
Yeah.
That's something I always come back to, you know. Like I've been on the extreme, and I've been doing that for a while, you know, with many things. Not only diet, you know. It's like my personal lifestyle when I was out in the woods running, or if I was climbing or like jumping from big cliffs in the water, you know, I would always search for the extreme, you know, the highest height you could go to possibly without like harming yourself, you know, climbing the highest tree you could possibly do with like the least branches. So always searching for this extreme thing. But I think that I was doing these things in order to like find myself. I wanted to find myself, you know. I wasn't feeling full inside, and I thought that these things again would make me feel full.